A dreadful conflict is beginning. The United States is intentionally destroying its own multi-billion-dollar vessels. In the USS Nimitz, an American aircraft carrier carrying 50 jet fighters, has anchored in a perilous location in the South China Sea. The question arises, why would such a massive ship venture so near to China? It should be noted that China has been inciting the USA to take forceful measures in recent times. They deploy a spy drone here, sink a submarine there. A recent example is the incident in Canada, where the military detected and neutralized an unidentified flying object circling Lake Huron. The Pentagon swiftly dispatched a fighter jet to intercept the object, which was successfully taken down with a single strike. The US government promptly accused China of espionage, although China denies any involvement. But the next event is truly astonishing. The American nuclear submarine, Connecticut, reportedly collided with an unidentified object in the South China Sea, as confirmed by military officials. The official statement states that the Connecticut was submerged in neutral waters near China at the time of the collision. The submarine sustained significant damage during the incident, with 11 submariners injured. Despite experts speculating that the submarine was attacked by a Chinese vessel, no further information has been disclosed. In response to these actions, the United States opted to demonstrate its military strength by deploying a nuclear-armed aircraft carrier to China's shores. The USS Nimitz, one of the largest and most formidable aircraft carriers in the world, was named after the renowned naval commander, Admiral Chester Nimitz. With its advanced capabilities, the aircraft carrier has the ability to decimate enemy coastlines. However, the US has no intentions of stopping there. More and more American ships are arriving in the open waters of the South China Sea, including USS Ross destroyers equipped with hypersonic missiles, Ohio and Virginia-class submarines armed with nuclear power, a potent leverage against China. Nonetheless, the backbone of this fleet remains the USS Nimitz aircraft carrier. The USS Nimitz is a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier that serves as one of the largest warships in the world. It was commissioned in 1975 and has been involved in several military operations, including Operation Desert Storm and Operation Iraqi Freedom. The ship is named after Chester W. Nimitz, a five-star admiral in the U.S. Navy who served as the commander-in-chief of the Pacific Fleet during World War II. The USS Nimitz has a length of 1,092 feet and can accommodate over 6,000 personnel, including its crew and air wing. The ship is equipped with advanced weapon systems and can launch and recover aircraft such as FA-18 Hornets, E-2C Hawkeyes, and SH-60F or HH-60H Seahawks. It also has a variety of support and supply capabilities, including medical facilities and food service. However, China is well aware of the presence of their adversary and is clearly preparing to defend itself. The Chinese possess the world's first unmanned aircraft carrier, the Type 0003, which can control an entire swarm of combat drones. This unique invention will undoubtedly be called upon to step up and face any potential escalation in tensions between the United States and China. To protect their aircraft carrier, China will deploy 40 Shenyang J-31 fighters and a multitude of combat drones, including flying kamikazes, scouts, and bombers, as well as unmanned submarines carrying nuclear weapons. The list of flying drones may include giants like the WZ-7 Soaring Dragon, capable of reconnaissance up to 6,000 miles away at an altitude of over 11 miles, and the Wing-Loong 2, an attack drone with 12 laser-guided missiles. All of these drones will be controlled by a unified artificial intelligence capable of coordinating launch, movement, and return to the carrier. While it all sounds impressive, there is only one of these ships, and its systems have not been fully tested, so it remains to be seen whether it can effectively defend China. Believe it or not, the US may actually be destroying its own billion-dollar ships, making it unnecessary for China to defend itself. This is because the Pentagon is conducting durability tests on its ships, including destroying them. The purpose of these tests is to evaluate a ship's ability to withstand extreme loads and combat situations. There are specialized organizations in the US that develop and test new weapons for these experiments. It is the only way to determine if a new maneuvering torpedo can actually destroy an enemy, by destroying your own ship. There are also instances where a ship's air defenses must be tested, such as the Phalanx Close-In Weapon System pseudo-laser machine gun. During testing, the Phalanx Sea Whiz was able to detonate a passing airplane and the bomb it had dropped, but it proved ineffective against a hypersonic missile. As a result, billions of dollars and thousands of pounds of scrap metal sank to the ocean floor. However, the most destructive event was likely Operation Crossroads, a nuclear weapons test in which 2 nuclear explosions were detonated above the water directly over 2 warships. The purpose of the test was to observe how the ships would react during a nuclear attack. As a result, one ship was completely destroyed and the other was severely damaged and had to be sunk to the bottom of the ocean, where it became a new home for underwater creatures. Let's take a look at the interesting life of sailors on board the world's largest aircraft carrier, which costs $13 billion. Life as an active-duty sailor is complicated and unpredictable, requiring a high level of discipline and a strict routine. Working on an aircraft carrier requires not only maritime experience and skills, but also the ability to adapt to life on board, which is very different from life on land. Imagine spending an entire year in the middle of the vast ocean, surrounded by deadly weapons and a huge nuclear reactor directly behind you. You can't just go to the store to buy your favorite cookies. Now that's a real problem. Of course, that's just a joke. The reality is that life on an aircraft carrier is quite diverse, as much as it can be within the limits of a 1080 by 262-foot deck. Life on an aircraft carrier is characterized by work, and the carrier team is composed of various specialists, such as pilots, mechanics, engineers, communication operators, and commanding officers. Each crew member has specific responsibilities related to the carrier's operation, and this entails a strict daily schedule that every sailor must follow. The schedule includes work, leisure, and exercise, and it can be demanding, especially during combat operations or exercises. Safety is another crucial aspect of life on board an aircraft carrier, and all crew members must be ready for potential emergencies, such as fires, flooding, and accidents. Regular drills and exercises are carried out to ensure that the crew on board is prepared to handle any situation that arises. For instance, on the Nimitz aircraft carrier, systems are in place to safeguard against nuclear, biological, and chemical attacks, providing sailors with a sense of security. After work and rigorous training, sailors can unwind and relax. There is a state-of-the-art gym for sports enthusiasts, and a vast library for those who seek mental stimulation. One can also hang out with colleagues and play board games, Xbox, or watch a movie in a real theater. Life on board the Nimitz can be challenging, but it is also fascinating. It demands strict discipline and a structured routine, as well as the opportunity to work with highly skilled professionals as part of crucial missions that help ensure the safety of one's nation.